Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to the final Formula 1 Grand Prix review here on my YouTube channel. Now, it's been an absolutely fucking crazy season. I appreciate all of you who've tuned on in for every single Grand Prix review this year. But yeah, the final one, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the championship finale. Now, if you don't know, you should know by now, it's been 22 races on a Grand Prix review. We sit down on the stream and then turn it into a YouTube video on the Wednesday. We watch a bunch of videos, discuss a bunch of things. We then do a Reddit recap. We check out F1 Fantasy, F1 Play. But to kick it all off with, I compile all my live watch-along reactions from the race. And man, what a crazy race it was. So let's start it off with those. And Verstappen is on pole position. Wow. What a Grand Prix set up for tomorrow. By 4/10. If you had have told me that Max would be 4/10 up on Hamilton at Abu Dhabi last week, I wouldn't believe you. That is crazy. Once again, we're just going to give a big fucking round of applause to... We're going to give a big round of applause to the aerodynamicist lads at fucking Red Bull. The fact that they bring the best package week in, week out for Red Bull is crazy. Good start from Lewis, and he's in the lead. Max might get mugged by Lando here. No, all right, we're good. And Lewis has already taken the lead on those meds. Lando's gone off, lost out to everyone. Come on, Leclerc. Come on, Leclerc. Leclerc needs to get past Bottas here. And Lewis takes the lead from lap 1. Now, Verstappen needs to chase him down on these softs. We've got the new track layout. What can he do into turns... Is it 5? Max is coming back at him. Good slipstream here. Perez up to 3rd. That's good. Max is going for it. And Max has sent it again, and Lewis has gone off track. Why does Lewis back out? I guess Lewis is playing it very smart here. Lewis is playing it very smart. Lewis is completely cut. It's already begun. It's already begun. The sends have already begun. To be fair, Max stuck his nose in, got the move done, and then Lewis went off track. But for Max to dive it there, that is so risky. I don't know why Max is doing that so early on in the Grand Prix. That is a contrast in championship drivers right there. One completely sending it, risking their whole championship because they are technically in the lead with countback, and then you've got Lewis Hamilton completely backing out of the corner. That's a fair dive, but it's very risky. Leclerc gets past Lando right now while we're watching all this go on, and Leclerc's back pass. Can we watch the battle? Can we watch the Leclerc-Norris battle, please? Perez weaving, Perez weaving. Lewis going for the move, Perez squeezing him. Oh, Perez coming back, Perez coming back. This is what we want, Perez. This is what we want. Oh, Lewis almost hit his front wing on him. Did Lewis get DRS? No, Perez got DRS. He's coming back. He's coming back. This is what we want. Let's go, Perez. You can save the day for Max fans. I thought Lewis was going for that. He's holding him up well. Go, Checo. Holy fuck, he's parking it. Yo, you've got to say this is a very good teammate right now. And he's doing it very legally. He's helping Max so well. As long as he doesn't brake check him. Here he goes. Perez is going to defend again. Up to lap 21. Just don't crash. Please don't crash. Max is catching. Holy shit. All the people who went to sleep, please tell me you went to sleep. You deserve to miss it if you believe that the race was over from the first 2 laps. It's not dangerous, Lewis. It's not dangerous at all. He's done everything he's done has been so legal. Way better than Max is driving. Max is in DRS. Max has got DRS back. Go, Perez! Holy fuck. Perez has big kahunas, man. Humongous kahunas. I don't think Verstappen's pace was good, though. I don't think Verstappen has good hard pace, but we'll see. 5 seconds a lap quicker. Holy shit. Yo, Perez driver of the day. I'm sorry. Fuck Kimmy. Fuck Kimmy. Oh, the brakes is fucked. Oh my god. The fact he didn't retire is so lucky. Oh, that's not the way you want to see someone like that's career end. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to Kimmy for a sec. Man, we all give a clap to Kimmy for his time in the sport. That sucks that he fucking had to retire. Not the way to end, but I got into the sport 3 years ago. I've not been able to see Kimmy, the actual Kimmy in his prime, the one that everyone loves him for, you know, the era of Kimmy that everyone loves. But he's obviously been a very big figure in the sport. Most amount of races in Formula 1. Unfortunately, his last race, he will finish last place. That's tough. One more lap, and he could have finished second last. And Russell is retired as well. Russell's last race for Williams. I'm sure he'll be very sad leaving the team, even though he is going to a arguably better team right now. I'm sure he's very sad leaving Williams. Oh, no. Someone else has pulled over. Giovinazzi looks like he's got a brake issue as well. Wow. All the people leaving their teams / leaving the sport have got problems right now. Oh, he's pulling over. So there won't be a safety car for this unless FIA want to spice it up. They'll just wheel him out. That'll be a VSC. This will be a VSC. If this is a safety car, I will be fucking shocked. Surely Max pits for the mediums. Hamilton is not pitting. What? True, they are going to react to Red Bull, which means they have to wait till the next lap. This is amazing for Max right now. He's going to, depending on when the safe VSC comes in, he could potentially have a full lap of fresh medium. Oh, he's gone hards.
Michael, please no safety car.
I don't get that from like why are you telling FIA what to do in a situation like that? That's not your fucking decision. I hate when they do that. When that stuff happens, that is the reason why people genuinely think that Mercedes have an influence over the FIA. Like telling the FIA blue flags, telling the FIA not to bring out safety car. The way they talk to the FIA, I mean, Red Bull do it as well, but like it's up to the FIA if they want to bring out a safety car. Is Hamilton going to pit? I'm sure he will. Virtual safety car ending. He's in the pit. Wait, is he in the pit? Hamilton hasn't pit. Wait, why didn't they pit Hamilton under the VSC? 20 laps to go and Mercedes haven't pit. Are they going to pit later? He would have lost time. I guess they're hoping that his tires will go to the end, but Max is closing in fast. All right. Oh, Norris is pit. Slow puncture for Norris. Oh, no. This is scary stuff for Mercedes. And sorry about the live timings; they're not working right now. To be brutally honest, Max is not catching 2 seconds a lap. We're gonna need something. You're gonna need something to go wrong with Lewis for him to have a chance. Lando got a slow puncture. Will Lewis get one? We'll see. Oh, yellow flag. What's happening? Holy shit! Oh my god, that is going to be a safety car, and we may get 2 laps of racing. Everything is back to square fucking one. Lewis is going to pit. Max is going to pit. Can they clear the Williams in 5 laps? If Marshalls are a Max fan, they're going to be doing the quickest cleanup job ever. If they are a Lewis fan, they're going to be going so slow. What if they red flag for the trolls? Yeah, I reckon 1 lap of racing. That's my prediction. Max is coming into the pits. I reckon 1 lap of... Hamilton stays out. I guess they had to leave Lewis out because otherwise Max would lead. Big swearing from Hamilton on the radio. Lewis is going to have to hope that the safety car stays out. This is fucking huge. I just lost the rear. Okay. It all comes down to if the safety car comes in or not. I mean, it's inevitable. If Max doesn't get past Lewis with fresh tires and Lewis just went past the pits. Oh my lord. I think we're going to get either 1 lap or no lap. I think I'm aiming towards no lap of racing right now. They've got to clean up the mess and let the lap cars through. Oh no! It's getting reeled off. We might have 1 to 2 laps. We might actually have 1 lap of racing. If the 2021 Formula 1 season, this crazy season we've had, comes down to a final lap, old tire, old dog, new dog battle for 1 lap, I don't know what to fucking say. Like, Perez is pitting now? Perez is retiring! Sargent's gonna get a podium and finish 5th in the championship. Well, Mercedes have officially won the Constructors' Championship, so well done to them. 8th World Championship. 8th Constructors' Championship for Mercedes. Sainz is sitting on a podium right now. Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake. Wait, it's a traffic restart. So that means, oh my god, Verstappen. Yeah, for anyone saying rigged, you gotta remember, they're giving you the best chance of racing right now. Would you rather finish behind a safety car? I don't know why Max is mad because lap car... Oh, my lord. Would you rather 1 lap or no lap? We're going to get 1 lap with cars on the way. They're all going to get blue flag, but it's going to take them forever to get past. Nah, oh, man. This is... 1 lap earlier, and this would have been a different story. Tell all the blue flags to go through the pit lane. So let the leading cars battle 1v1 and let everyone else go through the pit lane. Attention, attention, all lap cars through the pit lane, please. And then max 1v1 fucking F1 2021 style, dude.
Race control are now saying lapped cars to overtake the...
Are they going to let them race? Are they going to let them race?
And it's ending.
Holy fuck! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, Toto is pissed. Another Bose headset down the drain. No, FIA are trolling, dude. I'm sorry, but I want Max to win, but this is fucking stupid. This is stupid. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? They're gonna crash. They're gonna crash. You can't make this up, dude. You can't make this up. 1 lap to go for the championship. Literally a 1v1 for the championship. Max is close, fresher tires. Lewis is on the used hards, gone wide. They've both gone wide. How is Lewis going to defend here? Why is he going for it there? What the hell's happening? Lewis is trying his best. Why did Max go for it there? Lewis is going to come back at him. Toto's molding. Sonoda's up to 4th. Lewis is going for it. Max keeps the lead. Holy crap. I don't know how to feel. I think that's the wrong decision. I'm so happy for Max Verstappen, but I do not think that's the right decision. Holy crap. After the season that Max has had, he was bound to get some luck his way. But what the hell has this season been?
And it's going Dutch in 2021.
My stream, I think, just crashed. I'm shaking. What the hell just happened? That is the craziest. I don't even think you could write a movie, a script, anything for that. I don't know how to react. I don't know how to react. I am so happy for Max Verstappen that he won the championship that he deserved, but that is the worst FAA decision I've ever seen. No, sorry. It was the right decision. It was the right decision, but the way they did it, again, you can't get over the fact that FIA, what the hell? I can't believe it, dude. Holy shit. This is Formula One, man. I'm getting chills, dude. He's crying. You're just showing what's out the hoodie. Oh my god. Holy fuck, what an ending. I don't know how to feel, but what an ending to what that season just was. I don't think you can make it up. Holy shit, I hope people went to bed and missed that. I hope people went to bed and missed that. Oh my god. I'm literally shaking. Yuki finished in P4. Max Verstappen is the 2021 World Champion. Mercedes wins the Constructors' Championship. Holy fuck. I think we can all agree Max definitely deserves it. But once again, another FIA. Very slow to get shit going. But in the end, that's the right decision. He might have lucked out. But oh my god. What a season. What a season. Yeah, like, I don't know how to react. I feel like Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia again. That's got to be the most unluckiest championship loss, right? Surely. That has got to be the most unlucky championship loss ever. I feel bad for Lewis, but we've also got to think of how much... Yeah, I mean, what a fucking crazy race. Chaotic, controversial. Man, I mean, with how crazy this season's been, it had to end like that, didn't it? Like, just some more craziness on top. But yeah, let's get into watching some videos and discussing some things. Man, there's a lot to talk about. Let's get to it. Let's get to the race highlights. What everyone wants to talk about. What everyone wants to hear my opinion on. Again, before we get into it, for all the new people, I'm not a Max Verstappen fan. I'm not a Lewis Hamilton fan. I'm a fan of Formula One. And what I wanted to see yesterday was a good race to decide it. And yeah, the thing that annoys me about this Grand Prix was we were tied on points. We had all this bullshit all year, right? We had all this bullshit all year. We were tied on points coming into the final round. This is the last race. Give it your all. Give it everything. Let the best man win. Qualifying happens. Max Verstappen, 3/10 up. We're like, oh my lord, all right, Max should probably do well in the race then. Race starts, and Max's race pace isn't there, and Lewis dominates the entire race, and then loses the championship off of, you could either say an FIA decision, or off of a bad call from Mercedes, or whatever it is. He lost it, essentially not on track, and it's I don't think, regardless if you're a Max fan, Lewis fan, or a neutral, like, I think we can all agree, like, going into the final round equal on points, I think we can all agree we didn't want that ending. Like, it was hype as fuck, entertaining as fuck, but like, I think we all would have preferred like an on-track battle, Lewis and Max going at it for like 10 laps throughout the Grand Prix, like 10 overtakes back and forth, but instead we just got nothing until the very last lap. So that's my only disappointment, is that like we could have ended the season and just put it all behind us, but instead some more bullshit had to happen, and we're still talking about it, man? Anyways, let's take a look at the highlights. Let's break it on down. So Lewis Hamilton, probably the best race start I've ever seen him get, honestly. On the medium tire, man's flew away. This might be a hot take, I don't know, but am I the one who feels like, with the way Lewis acted, the way Mercedes acted in qualifying, am I the one who feels like they kind of wanted to start in second place? This is a very big reach, and I don't usually say shit like this, but I just feel like their pace was so off in qualifying in comparison to the race. What a start, and easy line in the first corner. Norris going wide there and losing out to Perez was very, very key for what would have been have been very, very important for Red Bull getting Perez in the mix. And here it is, Max slipstreaming Lewis. So you would have seen my if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching the watch along yesterday, you would have seen my live watch along reactions to this. And initially I thought that's fucking, well, first off, either way, I think it's a very, very big ballsy, I'd say dumb dive from Max Verstappen, risky dive. But then again, you've got to look at it as, well, he's got nothing to lose. He's in the sense of he's up on countback. So if he takes him and Lewis out, he wins the championship type thing. But I do think it's a bit too risky. Why not wait for the next straight? Anyways, when this happened live, I was like, yeah, that's you know, that's fair that Lewis got to keep the place. But I'm looking back at it now, and I've really changed my mind. And I've listened to what Martin Brundle said, and I've listened to what a lot of the other pundits have said. And I'll tell you what's happened here. So Lewis has broke at 100 meters, which is, I think the breaking point's around 100 meters, right? It's broken 100 meters, and Max has pulled out to overtake him. He will be able to see this in his rearview mirror. And Lewis starts turning in at about the 70 meter mark, right? He starts turning in at the 70 meter mark, even with knowing Max is going for the move here. Again, very big dive from Max, but Lewis knows that he's there. Max sticks his nose in alongside, gets fully alongside about 20 meters before the corner. 20 meters before the corner, gets ahead before the corner. Then Lewis obviously pulls out of his steering, and Max, importantly here, makes the corner. Now, you cannot look at Saudi Arabia or Brazil for this incident. You cannot. Brazil, Max did not make the corner. Saudi Arabia, Max did not make the corner. You cannot compare them. They are not the same incident at all. What you can compare this to is Spain, Imola, every other fucking Monza before they crash. All the other incidents where one of them have pushed each other off the track. And every single time the FIA has deemed that to be fine. And I think the big key part here is Lewis essentially moved under braking. He broke at 70. He started turning in at 70 meters. And look at Perez. Look where Perez starts turning in. So Lewis has started turning at 70 meters, and Perez is turning in at 50 meters. The normal turn-in point here is 50 meters. So Lewis is definitely knows that Max is there and has turned in early to try to defend him. If Lewis didn't want to get overtaken here, he should have defended. I don't know why he's not defending. I mean, you're a championship world, Formula One world champion, 7-time champion. You probably know that Max is going to go for a dive here, but it was a very big ballsy dive from Max, but it was fair. He got fully alongside before the corner. Look, he's fully alongside before the corner, makes the corner. And then this is why I don't understand. Lewis cuts the corner. There's no bollard here. There's no rule on where you need to re-enter. And he doesn't just re-enter here or re-enter here. He goes fully off track. The gap goes from 0 seconds to, I don't know, 0.7, 1 second. I think we see it in a second, right? I'm just going to say a second, right? I think it's about a second. What can you do? They've made shit decisions all year. And then this is beautiful, dude. This is fucking beautiful. Perez doing exactly what he needs to do. Completely legally. I don't think he could have done I don't think he could have done it better. Like, usually I watch like teammates helping other people, helping their other teammates, and I'm like, yeah, they could, they fucked that up, or they could have done this or that. But my man's literally drove perfectly right here. I see that a lot of Lewis fans calling this next part dangerous. Although shout out highlights, they cut it so you don't even get to see it anyway. But Perez did this perfectly. He battled Lewis. He came at him at every single corner he could, and then he in the slow sections just got on the throttle a little bit later and got on the brake a little bit earlier and did nothing dangerous at all. Exactly what you need to do in a situation like this. And if any Lewis Hamilton fan is saying what Perez did today was bad, I mean, go look what Lewis did in 2016 to Nico Rosberg. Same shit. Similar shit. I can understand that there being slightly sketchy because of how much he slowed down, but he wasn't in front of Lewis. He was on the side. So, I don't think Perez was ever going to brake check Lewis there. He was always going to be, Lewis was always going to be on the side. I'm getting a bit sick of Lewis saying he's sick of driving. It's dangerous driving. Every time he comes near someone on track, like, yeah, I can understand it. Saudi Arabia, like, saying it was dangerous what Verstappen was doing. Cool. But anytime someone dives him, defends him, he always says it's dangerous. Fucking Alonso at Hungary. Max, pretty much every time he goes for a move on him, Perez defending him here. Apparently, it's always dangerous. Like, I don't know. I think he's getting annoying and dangerous mixed up here, to be honest. At the end of the day, what Perez is doing here, the reason why what Perez is doing isn't dangerous is because for all Lewis knows, that he could just be a slow car. You know what I mean? This could be a Haas. This could be Lewis naturally behind a Haas. You know what I mean? And that's why it's not dangerous. It's because Perez wasn't doing anything. He wasn't weaving. He wasn't brake checking. He was just making his car slow, just like a Haas. And then, we need a clap for the F1 highlights. I mean, nothing really happened, and we'll talk about. Actually, this is a perfect time to run a poll in chat. I want to know your thoughts on this Grand Prix. This is my thoughts on it. Right, there was literally nothing from lap 20 to 50 to 50, whatever the fuck it was, the 54. Literally nothing. 30 laps of nothing, as far as I'm aware. Like, I think there was a few little midfield battles. Like, I'll get to that in a second. There was a few little midfield battles, but nothing happened for 30 laps. And I think this Grand Prix, if it wasn't a title fight, like, I'm just looking at this as a race, I would give it a B personally. That is very similar to what I gave Baku. I think I gave Baku a B plus because the whole race was boring. It was just the last lap. Actually, it's boring. Boring is not the right word. It was just, we had the banging first lap. We had the banging Perez thing. I'll give it A. But man, just coming back quickly, can you tell me why Norris, Leclerc, and Sainz are fighting for 5th in the championship and there's 30 laps of nothing, right? We can all admit there was 30 laps of nothing. And they're still watching Max and Lewis go around 12 seconds apart to each other. Like, why not cut to Sainz and talk about them for a little bit? Why not cut to this midfield battle, Leclerc getting close to Ricciardo? Like, I don't know. The broadcast need to sort this shit out because, especially the first 10 laps, Norris and Leclerc overtook each other about 3 times. And it didn't show it on the broadcast once. And we didn't even get a single replay. Latifi crashed into a wall. Motor racing incident. You know what I mean? It's a part of motorsport. Drivers crash. Drivers make mistakes. Safety car came out. It's a part of motorsport, you know, where a safety car has to come out to clear the track. Unfortunately for Hamilton, it doesn't really matter for Hamilton, but Hamilton just went past the pits. I guarantee you Hamilton wouldn't have pit even if he had the opportunity to before Max. Reason being, because if he pits, Max Verstappen stays out, race potentially ends under safety car. Max Verstappen wins the championship under a safety car. So Lewis would have stayed out either way. So it's not unlucky with the timing of the safety car. But a safety car came out, and that's just a part of motorsport. Okay, so then 2 laps later, Latifi's stuff is still getting cleaned up. Obviously, there was a fire. And they had to put it out. And at this point, we all know. Okay, so I think all us Formula 1 fans who have ever watched safety cars, we all know that once the mess is cleaned up, they then let the cars go past to unlap themselves, and then racing resumes once all cars have gone past. But for some reason, this time around, the FIA said they're not going to be letting the cars past. And I'm sitting here thinking, what? Why aren't they going to let the cars past? Every single time, they always let the cars past. That makes no sense that this one time they're deciding not to let them pass. So fair enough. Red Bull get on the radio. Massey sounds so flustered here. We'll get to that in a second. And then all of a sudden, we've gone from I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? They're not going to be letting the cars unlap themselves like they always do, to we're going to let half the grid unlap themselves, or the cars in front and around Max unlap themselves, and we're going to get racing straight away. This is so fucking confusing. I genuinely think what should happen regardless of if it's a championship fight or just a normal fucking Grand Prix, is I hate wasted laps under safety car. I hate it. I don't think much laps get wasted, but when we're just cruising around under the safety car, waiting for like some old mate back marker to catch up or whatever, it's fucking stupid. What they should have done was, yes, I understand they don't let the cars past until the mess is cleaned up, but what they should have done, there should be a rule now, I think moving forward, there should be a rule where the cars get let past in the sector where the crash isn't. So the crash was in sector 3, the cars get let past in sector 1. That means the back marker cars can start unlapping themselves prior to lap 57, the second to last lap. That means at lap 55 and 56, once the mess is cleaned up, we can restart the race with 2-3 laps to go, and all the cars are out of the way. In the end, this is where it comes back to the whole, but Max didn't deserve the championship. I think that would have been the right decision to do, and Max would have won the Grand Prix anyway. However, what that would have meant was 3 laps for Mercedes to decide, all right, we need a pit. Let's go behind Max, but let's go on the soft tire. And that would have been fair, letting both drivers on the softs battle it out. But at this point, it's so gut-wrenching for Lewis and the Mercedes team because they couldn't pit because he's just gone past the pit wall. That's unlucky. They then do not know what the FIA are going to do. If I open up the rule book, I would assume that the race is going to end under safety car. That's what I would do. If I was a strategist right now, I think Mercedes made the right call for what the rules say, or like what should happen with the rules, right? So they're going, all right, the race is going to end in a safety car. We're not going to pit. All of a sudden, this random situation has happened. They've done something very different to what they usually do. And it's meant that Mercedes have no choice but to finish the race on the 45 lap or 35 lap used hard tires against Max's fresh softs. It's so gut-wrenching for Lewis, man. It's so gut-wrenching for Lewis and the Mercedes team. But as much as it's hard that the Mercedes guys, you know, assumed, you know, you look at the rules, you look at all previous safety car incidents, and you assume this is going to end on a safety car. The stewards decided that that's not going to happen today. We're going to finish the race with green flag, and that's just unlucky at the end of the day. It's just fucking unlucky. It's gut-wrenching, but it's fucking unlucky. Like, the only thing I've got to say to anyone saying, like, oh, Mercedes shouldn't be crying, or, you know, Mercedes shouldn't be crying, and any like Red Bulls, people siding with Red Bull and Max Verstappen, just try to put yourself in Lewis's shoes here, right? Imagine Max Verstappen led the race for 57 laps, and he's about to win the championship, and a safety car comes out, and Max Verstappen is sitting there and has no choice but to finish the race on the much harder and shittier tire. You would be fucking upset. But because it's Max Verstappen winning the title, you don't care. You know what I mean? I just don't know how to like word it properly at all, because there's so many different things that should have happened, could have happened. I think at the end of the day, so many dumb decisions were made this year, and this was just another one to throw into the fire. I don't think Lewis Hamilton was robbed of the championship, but I think he was robbed of the race win today. I generally think he was robbed of the race win today. But you can't say he was robbed of the championship, because if you say he was robbed here, you've got to go back to all the other incidents this year that could have gone the other way for Max or Lewis. It's FIA's stuff up, not Red Bull, Mercedes, Hamilton, or Lewis's. It's so tough. It's so tough. Let's watch the rest of the highlights, and then I'll break down the appeal, because a lot of people are saying that the rules were broken, but they weren't. They weren't broken. They just did something different that they don't normally do. No, actually, let's go look at it now. Give me a sec. Let me get the FIA appeal up to show you guys that the rules weren't broken. They just did something different than what they normally do. This is why the rules weren't broken. All right. So Mercedes claimed that there was a breach of the sporting regulation of letting the safety car, letting the cars by under safety car, right? And the Red Bull argued that any does not mean all. The article sporting regulation states that the safety car in this lap is the signal for it to enter the pit lane, and therefore Article 48.13 overrides 48.12, and that gives the race director overriding authority to do what they want with the safety car, essentially, right? And the race directors and the stewards decided that that is correct. That all of that mumble jumble means that they have control over the safety car. So no rules were broken. And at the end of the day, I do think what the FIA did was fucking stupid, right? But at the end of the day, there was no rule broken. The rules state that the FIA have the choice, the race directors, have the choice of what they want to do with the safety car. So again, I don't think it was the right decision, going off of every other Grand Prix that's happened for safety cars, but you can't say that any rules were broken, because the rules state right here that the stewards, that Article 15.13 gives overrides the authority. Anyone in Formula 1 knows that this has never happened before. You know what I mean? They've decided that they're going to take authority over the safety car. No rules were broken, but they just decided they were going to do something different this Grand Prix, which just adds to the inconsistency. Yeah, essentially what Daruna had said. They've made a rule that they can override a rule. And, you know, so that means no rules were broken, but they've just done something different to what they've done previously with safety cars. I don't disagree with either outcome. I think if Lewis won or Max won from this Grand Prix, I don't disagree with the outcome. I disagree with how it went about. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at Max. I'm not mad at Lewis. I'm obviously not fucking mad at Latifi. I'm not mad at Mercedes for protesting the rule. That's their job. I'm not mad at Red Bull for defending Mercedes protesting. Why would you need to be mad at anyone other than the FIA here? Like, I don't get it. I don't know why, but I just really struggled to convey what I wanted to say in my Grand Prix review. Maybe it was because I was tired. Maybe because it was live on stream and there's a bunch of people in chat. Like, I felt like I really got what I wanted to say in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix review. With that whole mess, I got that across the way I wanted to. But with this, I just couldn't convey what I was trying to say. And it's been quite a few days now, and I kind of just want to restate my opinion, which is like, at the end of the day, Mercedes had no choice but to lose that race. And overall, I don't think Lewis was robbed of a championship, because you can go to any other FIA decision or even incident this year and be like, oh, well, that would have meant Max would have won. Oh, that would have meant Lewis would have won. So overall in the championship, that's a whole different story. And I don't think we can talk about, oh, this or that lost the championship, because there was so many incidents. But this weekend lost the Mercedes the win. And at the end of the day, they didn't break the rules, because in the rules, the stewards can overwrite the rules. It doesn't make it right. That rule's stupid. All sets of contracts always have that stuff of like where at bottom line, some party can overwrite something. And I think that needs to be looked at next year. I think I'm going to skip over everything else I said on stream talking about the incident, because I just couldn't convey what I was trying to say properly. However, a YouTuber called Driver61, probably a lot of you guys know him, uploaded a fantastic video breaking down the incident and the safety car thing, and I highly recommend watching it. I'll link it below the YouTube video in the description if you're keen to hear my opinion. It's essentially the same thing as his. I completely agree with what he's saying, and I think he conveys it way better than I did. So yeah, let's move on to the rest of the Grand Prix and the rest of my opinions and the rest of the race and the rest of the GP review.
Michael, this isn't right.
Michael! Someone explained to me why Max Verstappen has just been losing the Grand Prix for 57 laps. He's finally got the opportunity to win the race on track. And he's like, let me go on the verge of breaking the rules. He pretty much did break the rules by going up alongside Lewis Hamilton under the safety car and risk hitting him and getting a penalty or damage. Why? Now, after the race, Mercedes appealed this, as they should. Max broke a rule here, but you shouldn't get a penalty for something that didn't affect the race. That's why I say it. So anyone saying Max should get 5-second pen here, fuck him. You shouldn't get a penalty. It didn't affect anything. But I still don't understand why Verstappen would go up alongside him and try to overtake him and essentially break the rules. But the FIA didn't even give him a fine for this. They didn't even give him a fine. Are you kidding me? How, again, we've just watched Lewis Hamilton essentially cut the track, get an advantage. They didn't care. And now Max Verstappen is breaking the rules and not getting a fine for it. What? Are you kidding me? I don't know what the fuck's happening. Anyways, Max does this. Very cheeky, I don't know what the fuck. It was cool to watch. These two side by side on the final lap after the season they've had. But it was dumb. I don't know why he did it. We can pretty much all agree that this was not the right decision, but this is what we were given, and fuck was it entertaining. And Crofty's commentary was on point. And then why does he go for it here? What? I cannot believe he went for it there, dude. I cannot believe. He said that his leg was cramped and he went for it there. I don't know. I don't know why he went for it there, because now Lewis is just going to get the slipstream. He could have just waited for the straight, got him down the straight, easy clap, no issues, no diving, no nothing. Man just went for it. I'm not saying it was bad what he did, but like, I just don't know why he didn't wait for the straight. Ricardo might have finished 12th in this race, but he just got the greatest view of the champion, one of the best championship fights on the final lap. He would have been enjoying that. No, Michael, no. Oh my God. I thought they were about to crash it. And someone forgot to turn on the fireworks. That made me cry yesterday. I'm not going to lie. For anyone who doesn't know, I was live. We were at 2,000 viewers with 1 lap to go. 2,000 viewers, my peak viewers on the stream I've ever had. Everyone in chat was fucking popping off. There was like 300 separate people talking in chat. It was fucking insane. And literally Max crosses the line and my fucking stream crashed. Are you kidding me? It was the worst thing ever. And I missed out on all the celebrations straight after the race. I was so upset. But anyways, I didn't see this. So anyways, like 4 hours later, I saw this video of these two applauding each other. And yeah, it made me tear up a little bit. Like we've been given this fantastic championship the whole year. 22 races, these two have given it their all. They've practiced all year round. They've mentally, all they've thought about is winning this championship. And in turn, we've been able to watch it every single weekend, or, almost every weekend. 22 races, 22 qualifyings. They've gave it their all. And regardless of who came out on top, like, all that matters is that this was, I can't say it's the best championship fight of all time, but, it's one of the best championship fights of all time. And they gave us entertainment, in my opinion, that is better than a movie, better than any TV show. Like, this is why I love sports. It's real. It's real emotions. It's real people doing real crazy shit. And man, it was just such a good season. And for them to actually congratulate each other, and shout out Lewis's dad going to congratulate Jos and Verstappen after the race. It was really, really cool to see. I hope there's a bang. I'm not gonna lie. God hopes there was a photographer that got a banging photo of this, because I'll fucking put that on a poster. My mum goes, see again, my mum goes, this was so disrespectful from Max. Why doesn't he spray champagne on Lewis Hamilton? I mean, dude, that's a bad pause. I feel so sorry. I feel so sorry for Lewis. Oh, that's actually such a sad pause. Oh, that's actually such a sad pause. Man just literally spraying champagne to no one. Oh, that's so sad. So, I think we've spoken about the race. I think we've spoken about FIA's decision. I think I've said what I wanted to say, even though I kept repeating myself. But let's go talk about everything else from this Grand Prix. Holy fuck. So, yeah, Lewis deserved that win today, but Verstappen got very, very lucky. Kind of reminds me of Baku a little bit. If Lewis hadn't have choked at Baku, you know, like Max deserved the win, but Lewis just got lucky with Max's tire blowing up. Anyways, Sainz fucking P3. Holy shit. I don't know what happened in the midfield, because they didn't show it once on the broadcast, and I've already talked about this, but that's so annoying. They need to get better at mixing between all the drivers on the field. Like, I'll be honest, if I'm Ferrari, AlphaTauri, McLaren, Alpine, Aston Martin, I'm going straight to the high ups at Formula One at the end of the season, being like, yo, we're getting our sponsors are getting no sponsor time. We're getting no sponsor time. Like, I understand there's a championship fight at the front, but when they're not battling, can you show our cars? Like, they did not show a Ferrari or McLaren once this race, and they were in a championship fight for fifth
Cars
place.
should unlap themselves through the pit lane would be a great change.
I thought about that as well, Infinity. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, Sainz, fucking well done on P3. Both AlphaTauri, Tsunoda. Oh my God, Tsunoda actually had a good race. First time all year, he ends the season on a high. It's not going to change. It's not going to change me. It's not going to change where I put him on my tier list. But finally, great race to Tsunoda. Well done. Bottas, what happened to him? How did Perez manage to keep third, but Bottas just dropped back and back? I don't know. That was a very stinky race for Bottas to end Mercedes with. Yeah, so Lewis didn't do the press conference or the interviews. His dad said he was way too upset to do them, which is understandable. I can understand if you're too upset. Like, if you feel like you can't get across what you want to say, like, you know, you have all the right not to attend them. But at the same time, like, we've just had a banging season, a banging championship, a banging race, and you're not going to do interviews? Like I really want to hear what Lewis has to say, you know what I mean? And I don't get to hear that. It's a bit sucky, but at the same time, like, that's his choice, and you know, I'm not going to blame him for it, but I would have loved to have heard what he had to say after a fantastic season. All right, let's do a red recap. Max Verstappen wins the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, 60,000 upvotes, 348 starts, 1,873 points, 103 podiums, 21 wins, 1 World Drivers' Championship. Congrats on an amazing career, Kimmy, dude. This is such a beautiful photo. What a sick photo. Like, he's holding hands with his wife. He's got his kids, walking out with Alfa Romeo, leaving the paddock for the very last time. That's dope. That's dope. Max Verstappen wins the 2021 World Championship. Yeah, shout out every single fucking nan and their dog posting this on their social media yesterday. Twinsies. Kimmy's delivery for the final races was cool. Dear Kimmy, we will leave you alone now. It was very, very dope. No, they did. And they did one for one for Giovinazzi as well. I like little special deliveries like that. Doesn't change it up too much, but yeah. Well, this is awkward. If Max ever becomes champion, I will tattoo the Red Bull logo onto my penis. Jenson Button? Oh no, the Jenson Button fan. 6 years ago. Okay. Valtteri Bottas ends his time at Mercedes, having made Q3 every single time with the team. 101 consecutive Q3 appearances. Bottas has a 100% record of making Q3 with Mercedes. What the fuck? Why has no one talked about this? That's actually kind of nuts. Wait, so is Lewis? Wait, no, Lewis wouldn't have because he's been there for way longer. Yo, that's fucking nuts. I didn't know that. Valtteri Bottas' last helmet. This is so sexy, dude. It's like pictures of all his best moments with Mercedes. Nice blue finish. Oh, it's so sexy. Alonso and Ocon's rear wing this weekend. Our plan. See, little touches like that are cool. F1 said goodbye to a gentleman tonight. Antonio Giovinazzi has left Alfa Romeo and F1, quietly leaving the paddock on his own with a smile on his face. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him go to Formula E and perform really well and come back, but I don't see that happening. He had 3 years in Formula 1 and didn't do much, but we'll see. He might be back. He might be back. You never know. Max Verstappen about Lewis Hamilton. If I had been in his car, the season would have been decided long ago. If he's referring to stewards' decisions favoring Mercedes, okay, maybe I can understand that comment. But I would say the Red Bull had a much better car this year. I don't know what that's on about. Has he forgotten about Monaco and the double Austria and the Zandvoort and Mexico and every other fucking Grand Prix where Red Bull were much more on the pace? George Russell arriving at the paddock in style. What the fuck is this? Is that for more advertisement? That's cool though. That's cool. If it wasn't for Perez, Lewis would have had enough of a gap to pit under safety car at the end of the race. Wow, that's actually a good point. Basically, Checo's a legend. Checo's the man. Max needed a wingman so bad this year. Checo had his ups and downs, but overall, he did great for this first season with the team. Today was the day he really earned his contract. Just fantastic. If it wasn't for his brilliant defending, Lewis could have easily boxed on the safety car and could come out before Max. But no, this Mexican legend denied the 7-time world champion that free spot. Yeah, this is just a Checo picture. But damn, I didn't think about that. True, very true. How close Bottas was to taking up Verstappen on the restart last week. Damn, it was so fucking close. Driver of the day, Kimi Räikkönen. Everyone voted driver of the day to Kimi, and he wasn't even in his. He didn't even finish the race through the radio. Oh my lord. George Russell. Oh, has he deleted these tweets yet, or has he owned it? Oh, he's owned it. Well done. This is unacceptable. Max is an absolutely fantastic driver who has had an incredible season. I have nothing but huge respect for him, but what just happened is absolutely unacceptable. I can't believe what we've just seen. I think he should have clarified that he wasn't He should have clarified that he wasn't attacking Max. He was attacking the FIA because some people think he's attacking Max, which he's not. But yeah, it was very weird what they did. Well, we're not going to get back into it, but it was really weird what they did. But we all know that they didn't break any rules, so it is what it is. Young Kimi during his military service playing Colin McRae 2 on PlayStation. So young there. Christian Horner promises Nicholas Latifi as the lifetime supply of Red Bull. Carlos Sainz finishes P5 in the championship, his strongest result to date, finishing ahead of both his old teammate Norris and ahead of his new teammate Leclerc. Yeah, damn. Robert Kubica ends the season in 20th place despite only participating in 2 GPs. Well done, man. Well done. For everyone getting in on the action this weekend, if you're ever going to watch an F1 race in your life, Sunday is the day. Golf Digest. Nice. Red Bull extremely disappointed with Sky Sports UK commercial. Yeah, if you don't know, Sky Sports made an advert, like a little Christmassy, like Sky Sports advert thing, with both Max getting taken out at Silverstone and Max and Lewis at Monza. That someone at Sky Sports came up with that idea and then went with it and no one said anything. But obviously, I can understand why people are upset, but yeah, why make an advert of other people crashing? It's so weird. Wholesome picture of Giovinazzi with Kimi's daughter in Abu Dhabi. Oh, that's good. Just to ease the tension before the final race, what do you think about these lads? Who's the fastest? Who's the most unpredictable? And who gets the most girls? Yikes. Hey, what the fuck is that? Okay. He gets the most girls, 100%. That just doesn't go well together. Oh my lord. Fucking, what's that guy's name from It? Pennywise. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. He looks like Mick Schumacher. Not really. Who made these? Why do those look so fucked? Yo, Chad, that's number 2. That is Chad worthy. Oh, yo, that's like me. I can say this. I heard people in the stands booing Hamilton yesterday, but nobody booed him today. I think everyone appreciated A, that was an agonizing way to lose, and B, he still kept it classy even with a bit of defeat. And they were probably super hyped that Max won. But yeah, I don't know why they were booing on Saturday. Like, you've just had these two, I say it all the time, the 2 guys going at it and you're booing him. Like, what the fuck? Hamilton's win in Saudi Arabia means that Mercedes have now won an incredible 50% of the races they've entered in F1. Another record. What the fuck? Oh, now it's back down to 49%. So long, partner. Goodbye to Honda. Back in 2011, Hamilton was criticized for having an aggressively racing style. He responded, I drive aggressively because my car is not fast at times and I have to push and be aggressive. If I had a car I could cruise around with, then I wouldn't have to be aggressive. Wow, that's a very good post, because obviously that's exactly what Max has done this year at some races. The races where he's not been good at, he's driven very aggressively. And it's not bad as long as you keep it within the track, which he didn't do at Brazil and Saudi Arabia, but he did keep it in the track at Abu Dhabi. Lando was asked how he can beat Leclerc this weekend. Try brake testing him. It's only a 10-second penalty. Ooh, spicy. The true champion. The FIA broke their own rules, which is a disgrace to our whole sport. Nevertheless, regardless of being mistreated today, the Hamiltons were humble in defeat. My father, the guy who raised us, congratulating Max and his father, Jos. People can say what they like, but my father's gesture proves all of the doubters and haters wrong and shows we are, as the Hamiltons, providing people wrong in our DNA, which Lewis does on a daily basis with utter professionalism and decency and defeat, even though we all know that he was let down by the sport and he has given so much to. Congratulations to Max for such a fantastic season from. That's a nice quote from Nicholas Hamilton. And yeah, I really do respect what both Lewis and is it Anthony did after the race. Bottas rocking the Merc away kit. Yeah, so this was a special kit they did for his final race. I actually really like it, to be honest. He should have drove that the whole year. Easy to distinguish between the drivers, you know? Sebastian Vettel's helmet for the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Again, don't really like the look of it, but the meaning behind it, dope. Horner and Wolf talking after the end of their press conference. Yeah, you know, they get along. You know, they don't hate each other. I mean, they've both got very similar personalities, you know, but they're just, I don't know, they're perfect for the sport and their roles. Contrasting emotions. Yeah, fuck. Gut-wrenching for Lewis. Most laps completed 2021. Carlos Sainz, Gio, Ham, Ricardo, Vettel, Alonso, Norris, Verstappen, Latifi, Perez, Russell, Stroll, Ocon, Leclerc, Schumacher, Bottas, Gasly, Raikkonen, Tsunoda, Mazepin, Kubica. So Bottas less than Leclerc, less than Perez, less than Verstappen. Go Perez, dangerous driving by us, says Clarkson. But heart rate is Max Verstappen fan during the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We were looking at this yesterday. How is my man's heartbeat the same the whole Grand Prix, and then literally 4 minutes later, it's back down? I was shaking for like 20 minutes. Max at the press conference. Checo's an amazing human being, not only to work with an F1, but just a super nice person, a really family man. It's very rare to have a teammate like that. What he showed today, he was a real team player, and I really hope we continue this for a long time. Kimi Raikkonen, farewell celebration with Ferrari team members. That's cool. Biggest reason for my quitting is F1 media nonsense and politics, says Kimi Raikkonen. Fair enough. The Duke of Williams. Oh, man. All right, we might just go down to the 5K range because it's a busy week on Reddit. Next year, I turned 18 inches logo on the tires to celebrate the last race with the 13-inch ones. Yeah, they had this advertised all around the Grand Prix. I thought it was kind of funny. It was a good quote if you're immature. In 2005, a 24-year-old won his first world championship against a 36-year-old 7-time world champion. In 2021, a 24-year-old won his first world championship against a 36 years old 7-time world champion. Damn, mad. The class of 2021 end of season group photo. We haven't talked about Mazepin yet. Man, it sucks that he got COVID. I obviously wish him a speedy recovery. I hope he doesn't have everlasting effects. I mean, Lewis has spoken about how he's had that, and yeah. It sucks he missed the last race. I think that's just another cherry on top of what has been a fucking shit season for Haas. Feel for Verstappen and Red Bull right now because the safety car restart is in a situation of they're making it all. It's whether the race control did the right things. But Max Verstappen did exactly what he had to do given the chance, and now has to wait for the confirmation of his title. Couldn't have said it better myself than what Chris Midland said. The Saudi Arabian GP broke record for race day page views of a subreddit. We hit 16 million alone on Sunday. 16 million on Sunday alone. This beats Silverstone by around 3 million. Damn. Mercedes are using Paul Harris's QC for their case against the race decision today. This is the same man that got Man City out of their UEFA ban last year and succeeded in the largest ever UK damages, Merrick's first MasterCard. Mercedes aren't playing around here. Damn. They put the big man out. QC means Queen's Council. 1 year ago today, or 7 days ago, Sergio Perez wins the Sakir Grand Prix with Racing Point. Lovely photo. Some details on Bottas's Abu Dhabi GP helmet. Dream team. That's sick. Last post. No one will ever be greater than Schumi, even if statistics would see Lewis in front. But Michael has shaped a generation like no other. He is iconic. You can't make comparisons across generations. Lewis is the greatest of his generation, says Toto Wolff. No one will ever be greater than Schumi. Interesting. All right. Anyways, here is my fantasy team for the week. 235 points. Oh, man. I lucked out a little bit, but hey, that's what you can do with fantasy. You got to try predict right for your luck. And we got 23 points on Gasly finishing 5th, 25 points on Norris finishing wherever the fuck he finished. Verstappen winning the race, getting 49 points. Ocon, 10th place, getting 10 points. Sainz finishing 3rd, and I turbo drived him. And I got 40 for Red Bull. And I believe this is one of the best teams of the week. The best team of the week was Lights with 355 points, but he obviously used his Mega Driver on Verstappen, Turbo Driver Sainz, Red Bull, Norris, Gasly, Tsunoda. Wow, that's a really good team. Even ignoring Mega Driver, that's still a very, very good team. Best team of the week, not with Mega Driver, was Crush's homies. Bottas, Sainz, Verstappen, Gasly Turbo, Tsunoda, AlphaTauri. Wow. Imagine if you Turbo Drivered Sainz instead. That would have been very, very good team. And then I was only 3 points off the best team. And that means I secured number 1 of my fantasy team, my own fantasy league. We finished P1. We got Jackson's Juices in P2, and we got Gendo in P3. He didn't use his wild card in the second half of the season. Yeah, and we finished 64 points ahead of Jackson, and Jackson finished 8 points ahead of Gendo. Also, shout out Degree, FIBA, and T-Mac for being in that fight for the top 3 the whole season. It was actually really, really fun doing fantasy team each week and like having the pressure of everybody else around and like trying to do good picks. But in the end, we come out on top. We win $100 of our own fantasy league prize. And then if we go look at my results throughout the rest of the season, I finished 126th in the world out of 1.1 million people. I finished 21st out of 200,000 Ferrari fans, and I finished 10th in Australia out of 36,000 Australians. And then obviously first in my own league, first in Daniel Gray's league, first in Better Blokes league, first in AFR league. I'm quite proud of myself. Next year, I'm going to hope... What the fuck's this? Amaranth Gamer Cups. What the fuck? Next season, we'll up the prize. We'll have even more members in it. So, yeah, be sure to keep your eyes out on socials for... the F1 Fantasy League next season. And then over to F1 Play for Abu Dhabi, I got 5 out of 10. So we got no one on 10 out of 10, no one on 9 out of 10. Some people got 8 out of 10, some 7 out of 10. I was in the 10%, getting 5 out of 10. The majority was on 3 out of 10. And yeah, let's have a look at my predictions. So I predicted Max was going to win the race. I got that right. Lewis was going to win the race. Get second, sorry. Got that right. I predicted Sergio was going to NP3. Almost got that right, but fucking... Mr. Signs out here. I predicted Max was going to get fastest lap, which he did. Sorry, I predicted Norris was going to be highest in Q1. Ended up being Signs because of Norris's puncture. I think Norris would have ended behind Signs anyway if it wasn't for the puncture. I predicted Ocon highest in Q2 because I didn't have faith in Yuki. Yuki ended up finishing there. I said first to retire was Gasly. I just literally clicked a random name and it ended up being Kimi. I said 15 finishes. That was correct. I said safety car, yes. And I literally just missed out on this. It was like 2.2. And yeah, I did prediction 0.2. I thought it was going to come down to the last lap, which it did, but not in the way I imagined. But go have a look at the F1 Fantasy League that I hosted. No prizes for this one, but for Abu Dhabi, myself and Wolfie got 5 out of 10. We got Ando, Good Jokes, Redo, Chris on 4 out of 10. We got Trin, Ekme, Lord Giffel, MB Gould, Star Lord, and Stev on 3 out of 10. A few guys on 2 out of 10, and a couple guys on 1 out of 10. And then a bunch of people didn't do their teams. But yeah, next season with F1 Play, I'm going to run prizes for it. And I'm going to probably promote it a little bit more. And yeah, hopefully we have a good fight in the F1 Play. And I think what we'll do is whoever gets the most points in the season, that will be the best way to do it, I think. All right, that's going to wrap up the final Grand Prix review of the year. I appreciate you guys all tuning on in, not only for this Grand Prix review, but every single one this year. Yeah, 22 races, 22 watch-alongs on the stream, and 22 Grand Prix reviews here on the YouTube channel. Next year, I'm going to be doing something a bit different with the reviews. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet. I know the live watch-along reactions are going to be their own video, their own separate video on a Monday straight after the race. But in terms of the review part, I don't know if I'm going to keep the Grand Prix reviews on a Wednesday or turn it into a podcast or just keep it on the stream. I'm not sure, but I'll keep you updated in Discord, Twitter, all that stuff. All that's linked below the stream, by the way. But yeah, it's been a fucking cracking season. We'll be doing it all again next season. We're going to be watching the car reveals probably all on the stream and then uploading those to other socials as well. And then we've got testing in March and then February and March. And then the season starts in March as well with the first round at Bahrain. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So yeah, be sure to follow my Twitch stream if you haven't. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. And join the Discord to be a part of the community and know everything to do with my content on all socials. But yeah, thank you guys for making this season absolutely insane for me. I hope my streams and the videos have helped you guys enjoy the season a bit more as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys all for the 2022 season.